Alright, okay, yeah, alright, oh yeah. Ace Attorney Investigations time. For YouTube people, I just got off Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And now we're going back in time a little bit. Alright, continue! I don't remember what happened last. But we're kind of at, like, the end of this game, I think. I don't know where we are in the actual story, but... in terms of, like, finishing this game, but whatever. Alright. March 14th, 9:21 p.m. Open air stage hall... Nope, why was I gonna say hallway? There was no hallway. I've left the Damask 2 investigation to Francisca and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! I thought you all what? So, okay, what's the situation? Oh, it's great! Investigating is so much fun! Not the point of this. In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off, honest, sir! I think I actually got that shit, like, spot on, but also, that shit gravelly. Hurts my throat a bit. Hold on. What?
Papa told me to wear them.
Why is it playing... That's just not even open. Where's my last... Okay. Here. Hold on. Which you drew... That's such a weirdly phrased sentence. Now take a good look at this, which you drew with your own hands. You can see... Why can I not find...
Clearly of a different...
Where is... Where the fuck is... Gumshoe? Were they just at the beginning? Right here, yeah, okay, let me just hear it real quick.
Good care of K for me.
Oh, fuck, what was my fucking...
I'm in the same predicament!
Of a safe before. Again, if I'm wrong, we're just going...
But I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before.
But I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Okay, we got that voice. There's gonna be more characters over here that we need to figure out. Okay.
We've been investigating our hearts out!
Very well, then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation?
No! Oh! We've had a really fun time, sir!
Not the point! I knew it's zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe...
Yes, sir?
You have permission to enter the Alabastian Embassy, is that correct?
Yup! As a local detective, I'm helping out with the investigation on both sides, sir!
Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. Okay? Alright. They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess mask.
The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir?
The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday.
Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. I don't wanna. And if I don't, I guess I'll unload them somewhere.
He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I really cannot fucking blame him. Evidence that has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. Got it! Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. Oh, we're gonna need it, aren't we?
What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Edgeworth, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Every version of Steel Samurai is fake. That's like if I got an autograph from fucking Aisukiyo and then they took off their helmet of their suit and it's like, wait, that's just Doug. You know, like that it's still just as real. It's just now that I know it wasn't done by the actor for Aisukiyo. You know what I mean? I love Geats, if you can't tell. Anyways. Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of.
Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Okay, let's look at what we... Let's look at what we got. So we have my badge, always important. Embassy guide, important. Notes on Cochin's body, right. The knife key, Alabastian knife, Babal's Primadou statue, Cadopian paper document. Doc related to smuggling of Babali's ink. It appears to point to Mr. Right, okay. Babali's knife handle. Counterfeit money. The fucking ink. Bent up spear. Alabaster Primadew statue. Photo with Steel Samurai. Damask 2's note. Samurai sword. Passion flowers, which are relevant some fucking how. Samurai dogs. Great. Okay. Unnecessary evidence of blah blah blah. Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, you're not going back to Alabaster already, are you? No, I fucking took one step, Kay. My god, I literally took one step, and you're like, you can't do that, motherfucker. I didn't even move yet. Is it? Okay. I genuinely had to check if I was still recording. Okay. Not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information here. Alright, damn. It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the greatest great thief show. I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show her face to the world. What about this? Bags full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for the renovation. Yeah, because I don't smell a drop of gold here or any other treasure for that matter. Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on words there. Dummy, don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that. Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe? Motherfucker, I got nothing better to do. No, it's not like that, sir. I just got nothing to do. Are we gonna do the stepladder thing? A ladder. Actually, that's a stepladder. God damn it! Actually, that's a stepladder. They're the exact same thing. No way! From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A stepladder is much too heavy to carry around, after all. And from the prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. Great. That was a sentence we definitely needed. I'm glad I got I'm not! I'm walking the other way, asshole! Alright, look at the statue. Or statue sign. There was a sign here warning passersby to take precautions around the renovation site. They're really going all out, huh? There's construction going on everywhere. I believe Ambassador Peleno said it was to attract more tourists and visitors. But what can they do with the new stuff they're building? Hey, what do you think they should do, Mr. Edgeworth? How about transforming it into a courthouse? Hey, be serious! But I was being serious. That was a real answer. All right. Oh my god, this guy. What did I do for you? I'm gonna go back another episode. Like, I'm not just gonna go to the newest one. I'm gonna go one before that to find out what voice.
Inside of a safe before.
Inside of a safe before. Hold on. Where is he? There he is. Go ahead and try. Oh shit.
Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident.
Okay, well that's not him.
I can't believe that Manny fell among thieves tonight.
I can't believe, man.
I have no idea what my schedule.
I know there, like when he did this kind of.
For your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. Oh, word? He locked the fuck in.
You're a rather strong man, aren't you?
How fascinating!
Okay, cool. Got it. Huh, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you like. And these are discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Anyways, open air stage. Let's talk about it. This open air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that. Yes, he did. You got a fucking problem with that? He did. Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire in because of the fire the Yadagarasu started. Exactly. Okay. Alright. Prima stage! Ambassador Poleno, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima statues. Oh, I see! Well, did it say statue? Oh my god, dude. I'm so... Alright. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabast and Babal used to be one country? Yes. Yes, I know that much about your history. I'm fully aware. Well, the Prima statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. And my controller disconnected. Word. Hold on. Okay. Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. That's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if Ambassador Poleno knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him his key and see what he has to say about that. Well, let's talk to him about Manny coaching first. Ambassador Poleno, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? And don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I'll expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Kochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. That's 5. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Kochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy, and also dead. Since I became the Babalese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Okay, I thought I just forgot. Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our 2 countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Cool. Alright, well, let's present to you, this statue? Ambassador Poleno, if you could please take a look at this for me. What do you want me to say about it? The Prima statue shitting. The one that's shitting in the Alabast right now is... Can we talk about that? I don't think it's a statue, man. The Prima statue sitting in Alabast right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Prima statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession... Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. I don't care. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue. Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica. I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? What the fuck is your game? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Great. How about we look at him?
Oh dear.
If people were to find out that the murder occurred in our embassy,
The number of tourists would be plummeted, as would our revenues. It'd be a disaster. What are we gonna do?
he really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. Oh, what else we got that we could talk to him about? How about the photo? We don't have the photo. I thought we saw the photo. What the fuck? I thought we had the photo. Do we not have the photo? Genuinely thought we had the photo. Okay, we don't have the photo. We fuck off then. They're having a real time of cleaning up after the fire. I suppose we should stay out here and investigate the stage some more then. Fucking what about it? Oh. Just looking at these scaffolds makes me want to climb them. I recommend that you do not try. There was a fire burning here until not too long ago. Yeah, but I think enough time has passed, so it should be alright. Thief child says if there is a height to be scaled, then scale it you must. Starting from Thief Child, would you care to explain what you just said? Okay, what does this do? Oh, that has me talk with... Okay, that's like a... I'm stuck. I'm not trying to! I'm trying to talk to Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Oh, well... I take it he has found nothing of any particular use. As usual, I'll still... Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something real interesting for Ambassador Polano. Oh, and what is this something interesting? This, sir. Oh, wait, it actually is. Wow, that's so pretty! I'm so jealous! That's a real treasure there! Why does the flame burn green, Detective? So apparently if you burn the special wit crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir. That's not true. You can actually make green fire. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out. Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so it'd project the image. Oh, silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Cool. Silhouette lantern runs on wit crystal oil, which burns green. It's a Babalese souvenir. Cool, that's all we needed. Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Give you a little update here. Oh, I see. Oh, I would have actually liked an update. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country? That's the gist of it. Babal is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country, meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. You mean the fake Yatagarasu? In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure! Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What the fuck is that? My guess is it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? There is little water on it. But how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking they have
They have concerts here at this open air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. Cool, pick. Found at the open air stage. It looks like a guitar pick. It's also wet for some reason. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. A gun! Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this? The fuck is that? It's misused perfume. Oh shit! It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Misused perfume. This was left behind by Callisto U 7 years ago. Kay has been safeguarding it. Okay. So now we go to Alabast. We go this way. Hey! I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabast now, but... I know, I'll go back to Babal and do some more investigating there. Perfect, at least you understand the process now. March 14th, 9:58 p.m., Rose Garden! I see you back. I assume that's Francisca. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Yep, of course, because who else would say his name, like, in full like that? How are things in Babal? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation into Manny Cochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has. Ah, yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now, I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Alabast, and that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just suddenly, it vanished. After that, there was the fire of the Babalese embassy that the Yatagarasu started. Little tap of the noggin. I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Begin investigation, I hope we find a feather. Let's start here. There is an overturned spotlight here. When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over. I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu, however there were people in my way and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Really? Nothing there? Really? Okay, start here. So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech. The stage was set up nicely, however where was the audience supposed to sit? Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool. That's such poor planning if there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool. They really should have made seating arrangements, like how the gallery is set up in court. Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those. So, in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh? Yes. Although I suppose the suspect in the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. I'm gonna talk to you guys last. Pool. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just for aesthetics, this pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh! You mean the pool stopped filling itself automatically. Oh. The fountain's spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level, which suggests that this pool recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it, just in case. Cool. Organizer. Is that evident? What the fuck are you doing? Now I have to find him? God damn, I'm just going through my fucking catalog trying to find this fucker. I'm wrong, we're just going with it at this point.
peaceness? Peaceness? That's when Mindy walked into my life. She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. Okay, anyways. How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry! Oh, hey, Edgy, thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that! Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Yes. Objection? Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? You have a son? You fucked? I refuse to believe you had sex. Your son. I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him. You imbecile, how can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyways? Huh? Oh, how old is he again? You know what? You would be this kind of dad. Hold it! Do you not know your own kid's age? Hold on. Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess. Oh, you don't mean your child. The pink princess? Hold it. Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant, but rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good! In that case, I'll go search over there. Ooh. Hey, wait! And he's gone. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Cool, so that did nothing, really. Other than give us, like, another objective. Okay, that's the same. Statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. It says it's the statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primadou. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. Yeah, because I'm gay. No. I opened my mouth about a statue, and she somehow made the leap to that? Okay. What? Oh, the flowers. Is it possible that the Yatagarasu hid in these bushes? Of course not! They're rose bushes! You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl, they're rubbing off on you. But it's alright, I'll wake you out of your stupor. You fuck! Now, the next time you feel like sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real. All I tried to do was offer up a possibility, and this is what I get. I dropped my ring. Hold on. God damn it. There we go. Okay. Anyways. These are some beautiful roses here. They appear to be well maintained. You're being too nice, Miles Edgeworth. The arrangement is devoid of any design sense. Roses only truly shine when they are grouped by color, one color per location. They lose their beauty when they're all mixed together like this. I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. On second thought, there's a rather serious look on her face. I better leave it be. They should really rethink the proper balance of these roses. Of all the people to comment on the proper balance of things. Right. This statue bears a resemblance to the Primadou statue. The plaque says, King Primadou and the battlefield. And the battlefield or at the battlefield? In order to... Shut up. And it did say and, okay. In order to save the queen, King Primadou put his life on the line and went to war. So Primadou was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend.
Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that too. Sorry, for once I wasn't thinking about the Steel Samurai. There's a chair here. Suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair.
Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten tired during his speech. In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place? The ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why. He sounds like my old principal from grade school who'd speak at assemblies.
That is such a nothing statement. Anyways, hold on. We go through this every time. I do the Van Zyke's voice, and then I go into the English version, or the American version, I should say.
Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? Have you finished checking out all the bystanders?
My voice is getting very hoarse, so the graveliness of this voice might go away for a bit. Alright. Yes, sir! And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 6 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran a light, sir!
Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case.
Sir! Not a fucking single thing, dude! It's all useless.
Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct.
Agent Lang? Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor! I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier.
Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did.
After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba?
We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day.
Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I could be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Great, anyways, that was a conversation. Yatagarasu. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time, so naturally you witnessed the Yatagarasu when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct?
Yeah, I saw that thief all right, with my own 2 eyes.
The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows, but when the spotlight was turned for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu!" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out, and by the time we got the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the Yatagarasu was here. So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette? Yes.
Objection!
Objection? That's not fucking true at all. It's like, no, we saw him. If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. Be bright, what? If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. I fucking did? I did? I expected no less from my subordinate. Now, let's hear what you know on the subject. What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu? Okay, give me a second. Damn, I wasn't ready at all. Statue? This one?
Take that!
The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible it was created by this statue? Object? No! Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? The statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu. You are correct. However, this statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part of the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow? This one?
Take that!
It's another statue? The Yatagarasu shadow was made from the shadow of these two statues. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe the two shadows will create the Yatagarasu shadow. Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, we set up the spotlight to cast a shadow on King Primadou and the battlefield. Oh. Well, okay. The shadow of the king statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set up the queen who spoke of love to King Primadou, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop of her stage, but put them together. Aha! So if we were to combine the two shadows... Yeah, it looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow. I kind of expected that. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francisca. The way the light needs to be shown on the queen's statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow. What the fuck are we saying? Only one part? Yes. And that one part alone is enough to fill the rest of the Yatagarasu shadow. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. I'm sorry. Now, what part of the queen statue is used to make... Oh, the hand.
Take that!
Think back to what is missing in our shadow. Five long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of? Ah! That's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Francisco, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Ah! It's the Yatagarasu! It's... Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu shadow had vanished, which means that the shadow was a construct from the very... Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alabast tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Investigation complete, and I get health back even though I didn't do anything wrong. How's the investigation going? I don't know who this is. Oh, how's the investigation going? Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu? I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge, and my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu. So yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please... When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. Oh, it was the lot of heart. So that's a piece of cloth. What in the world? The Yatagarasu is flying through the air? The times, they are a-changin'. It's not just a man, but evidence. Even they lie it to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floor were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see. So this was taken after the fire. Photo of Yatagarasu taken from a building nearby at the moment of a border crossing during the fire. The blur in this picture took off from the Babalese embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabama. I'm gonna call it right now that's the baby. Objection! That's baby. This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? Fucking yes! I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. I don't know which case that is. I don't remember which case had a flying person from the original trilogy. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. Two, actually. Fucking, I apparently don't remember the original trilogy as much as I thought I did. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mysteries behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Babalese embassy, so I should start from there. Francisca, I need to return to the Babal investigation for a bit. Alright. Alright, well, later. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Yes, let's. Did you not do anything the entire time I was gone? No, I didn't mean, sorry. Alright, we'll go back in here. Alright, March 14th, 10:37 p.m., Babalese Embassy, Secretariat's office. I was close. Okay, so nothing's really changed? To think after all that running around, we're right back where we started. It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth! Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Paleno, but I have yet to find his killer. Then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu was a noble vigilante who was only out to steal the truth. Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Paleno? Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh sure, please feel free to investigate it to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Mr. Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Mr. Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything. Thank you, Mr. Paleno. You're a total gentleman. You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Paleno! Those two sure get chummy awfully quickly. You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin? We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted. Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that that person I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer. We don't know that yet, however, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved. I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer! Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I've received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad. Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too? Yes. He has been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years. Uncle Bad? Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire. What? That kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either. Last I checked. That's not possible. But this could be how that person escaped. Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up the investigation where we left off. Bubbly's Embassy Secretariat's office. Hello! What do we have here? It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything. I won't rest until I've inspected every single suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, let's start with the desk. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. The ball sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief's Coupon. It's Mask to Mask or Maximilian Galacta. Oh, that was the flyer. Oh, okay. I see. That's probably way delayed. Good God. That was probably way delayed. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon. And what kind of discount would that net you? The 5-finger kind. What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Things such as... Such as the truth? What else would I steal? What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. Great. I'm glad we got that. That's the ink, right? There's a bottle of Babyliss ink on Mr. Cochin's desk. Dude, it's way behind. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably... Was that K, actually? That was. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Mr. Polano, it looks like your precious Babyliss ink is all right after all. What? That's odd. Why is that odd? Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Elaborate, silly Billy. Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. About 30 seconds? No, it's gotta be more than 30 seconds, right? Or I don't know. I'm on my end. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Can we... Yeah, let's go talk to him. This seems important now. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out. That's not what I came to ask about. Fuck off. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight? Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at Babyliss Embassy tonight. What a bother all of that was. Oh, good. They did that to make it even more confusing. Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jammin' Ninja show. Ah, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jammin' Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Jammin' Ninja show was the second one of the night? Exactly. Oh, shit! So the fire I witnessed was the second one? Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? Yeah, but I thought I just forgot. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. So I kind of just thought that I forgot something, and I just kind of let that slide, but I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. Photo via Garasu, updated in my organizer. So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? The second fire was contained... I'm gonna do the other voice. The second fire was contained to this floor, the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floor above that caused it. That's... How should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck. Oh, hey, I fucking predicted it, too. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. Fires in Babal. 2 fires broke out in Babal today. I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Polano. Oops, look at me, going on and on. Now then, what was that you wanted to ask again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see, I've been quite busy all day from morning until now.
First I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that, I had to roll for breakfast. Okay, not that fucking much. Fascinating. How about if you just skip to the relevant parts for me, you fucking idiot? Oh, you'd like the condensed version. All right, I can do that for you. Cool, great. So, what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja, but Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office. Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovation. Oh, quite interesting. Which is why both the Prima statue and the Bobbly's knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files. Okay, we just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh? About that, I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. Hold it. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger? Oh, he was very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Bobbly's ink onto the black wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect. Fascinating. Talk about the boss getting bossed around. Alright, we got his testimony saying I got bitched at by my under-subordinate. Okay, I don't know what that was. And that's about it for what we did this morning. What the fuck going on out there? Okay. Just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do. Being an ambassador and all. Alright, well, let's see the afternoon activity. Surely that's full of paperwork. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fascinating photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba and the Steel Samurai and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Poleno, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? Okay, perfect. Mr. Cochin's ink. You said it was weird. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink. I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spirit key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all. Hold it! The fire was green? What was the cause? Well, wit crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern. And Bobbly's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. So that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on his desk. The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery. What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? Interesting. Let's present him with this. He might have some information. Ambassador Poleno, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think that you would know more about the case than I. So let me make up to you for not knowing anything about with the coupons. Like you and your fucking coupons, man.
Thank you, however, I feel I must decline. It's like, alright, man. Do you know anything about the pick? Ambassador Polino, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think you would. Okay. Nothing. He's got nothing else for us, so let's go to the safe. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right? Yes, and thanks to this safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved. Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasure within. Well, this one certainly did have a few inside, yes. Really? Okay. What's this? Ambassador Polino, what exactly used to be here? There used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets, but it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Bubbly's tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course not. Although, recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Borginia. Of course. But we refuse to lose to them, so we've been hard at work promoting Babal. Interesting. Well, I've just recently returned from a trip to Borginia myself. Oh, and how'd you like it? It was alright. Probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. It was cool, man. It was great. Fireplace. This is actually lore important, right? A fireplace, huh? So Babal's offices have them too. Two? And there was a fireplace in the relatively same location in Alabastian office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. Still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. If it was that traumatizing, why don't you create new memories with this fireplace? You could climb inside and we could play hide and seek. And come out covered in soot? I think not. You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. Motherfucker, Alright, window. You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window. So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? You can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask II was killed. What? You don't mean the mask star Damask II? I know the star isn't meant to be pronounced, but it's funny. Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this. Even though Damask II was merely an imposter of the original? Alright. Noted. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of his murder. I don't feel like there's anything new to look at, really. We still don't know where the blade of the Bubbly's knife went. Could it be the killer walked away with it? I don't know. It looks like all of the souvenirs suffer from damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu. The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere? You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and it has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? No! Because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. Duh. So that's all investigated. Clock. A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were in... Oh, wrong person. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were in Cadopia. That is one big clock. Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out of like a cuckoo clock? I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime. Really? It's gonna be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then. Is it that time already? Time sure flies when I'm involved in an investigation. Oh, it's not that late. The night only just begun. Okay, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know. Yes, Gramps. Okay, do we got fucking anything to investigate? So this is a real Primadou statue. This is really valuable, right? That's what they say.
Hold it!
Hold it! Don't you fucking dare! Okay, you're not seriously considering the theft of this statue, are you? No way,
Mr. Edgeworth, I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me.
I don't know what to fucking investigate.
Oh, here's something, if I can angle myself. Okay. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
Oh, I've seen a few of these before. These spin around and play music.
I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
Yeah, that's it.
But they're nothing alike.
They're totally alike. They spin those babies right round like a record.
I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. But you're wrong and a little stupid, and that's on you.
Is there more to this? Okay, there is more to this. It just kind of stopped us at the ink.
So
I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
Well, what did you imagine them to look like?
I thought the balls would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way it looked like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base.
If any country had a flower phone, it would be Alabasta, don't you think?
Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Cadelpia.
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, curiosity and an imagination. Think about that.
Burn papers, that thing, his sign. Manny Cochin. His name is written here on this nameplate.
Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office?
I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake.
Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget?
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk.
Great, I'm really glad we're getting a lot of useful information from this chair, I guess.
That looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it?
No, I better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes.
That's because I am a prosecutor, and it's part of my job to examine things.
And my job is to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything.
Great, what the fuck am I meant to get from this?
Books. There's only one book left standing here. Treasures of the World.
Wait, what? Let me see that!
Uh-huh, I see.
Ah! Most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, cruel fate? Why?
Looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt.
Is there any...
Oh, the drawer. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look too damaged. Ooh, I think we can rifle through the drawer a bit.
I suppose we really should take a look.
A thing!
This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. Seems that the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well.
Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything else useful in here.
I mean, not really. Those are the two things.
Do I have something that makes me that I feel like... Oh!
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
I thought the shape looked familiar. This bit!
Eureka! The first one in a long time! The shape of this notepad matches the shape of the note we found.
Hey, you're right! What is it? It looks like something straight out of the Monument Valley. Ah, yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country.
We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see.
Yes, I do.
You do seem to be quite passionate about it.
Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection?
I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Plano, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note.
This looks like Manny's handwriting. Ah! Huh?
I see. In that case...
Ooh, did you figure something out?
This note was found... There's another ring doorbell. This note was found in Alabasta. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II.
Damask II? Then this note...
Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin for Damask 2 to steal the Primadew statue.
What? Manny tried to steal Alabast's Primadew statue?
We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Cochin?
Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you.
I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any ideas as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be a great help, Ambassador. Are you fucking for real? Alright.
Yeah, job!
I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired Damask 2. Actually, I fear it may be my fault.
As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event. But because of the Yatagarasu and the fire here, that got cancelled, didn't it? I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, Babal's statue, well, it's just a replica.
And did Mr. Cochin know about Babal's Primadew statue?
Of course he knew! That's why he was the only person I could consult with.
We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today, as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand.
Well, when I told Manny my concerns, he said, "Let me handle it, I'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Kotopia."
At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious.
Hold it!
Mr. Cochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assumed he did all that to ensure that you are the next Kotopian ambassador.
But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be.
Don't have an answer yet as to why he was trying so hard, but I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness.
Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. We got tough shit happening. Alabast blew up. Fucking what?
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested?
Yup, got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all.
What is all this, Gummy?
It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we know exactly what this room was before and after the fire.
Good work, Detective.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk.
Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. What do you mean?
How many fucking investigations did you get let into?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day.
Well, don't you worry. I'm gonna find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, right?
Hold it. Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet.
So what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
Yes?
That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? That thing you called your secret weapon.
Oh, you mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you? Fuck no. I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation.
From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered and the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it. All right, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of the real modern-day Robin Hood. Beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, booey.
There's already a fire, so I'm noticing one thing. Still fire. Anyways, it seems there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well.
Ooh, what is this? Is this some sort of light show I was not told about? This is the power of a true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted.
Really? That is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. I believe it's about time we return to our investigation. Alright. Start with these. So, Babal is really pushing their tourism industry, huh? Yes, it would appear that way. You know, I'd really love to take a trip. Hey, why don't we take one after this case? Do you already have a destination in mind? Well, ideally, I'd like to go someplace where I can continue my thief training. Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Gem and Ninja TV show. Hey, that's actually a really great idea, Mr. Edgeworth. I can't believe she took me seriously. That was a fucking joke. I was /J in this bitch. There's a fire. These must have been the large green flames Ambassador Polano saw. With flames like these, it's no wonder he couldn't get in. Well, what's to say they're green? The room is green. Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out? Yeah, the fire had died out or something by that time. Then this fire here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor until the Yatagarasu appeared and caused a stir in the ball, I suppose. I guess Mr. Polano was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh? Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, we can assume that no one else entered the room until that time. No one other than the person you were chasing, of course. I knew it! That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Cochin's killer. That is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came to this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because they knew no one would be in here. Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in? Eepy, sleepy, Brizzy, have fun night. Good night, good night, Briz. It was good to see you again. Take care. But then, what did the person set on fire to make the green flames? Well, whatever it is that person burned, it made a rather sizable fire. And since the fire is green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? It's a bit thinner than these flames, but you get what I mean. Yes, and I do believe what you are thinking is exactly why these flames are green. The flames are green because they are green. Which fire-related... Are we fucking serious?
Take that!
Do we need to do that? This silhouette lantern is... Its green flame comes from the wit crystal oil it's burning. Yeah! That's the fire I was thinking of too! I love the green it gives off. I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by wit crystal oil. Furthermore, we know that there is only one other thing made from wit crystal oil. Oh, you mean that thing Mr. Polano was mistaken about, right? That was a horrible delivery, but whatever. I'm gonna check one thing real quick. It's unrelated, but I just want to check it. Okay. My bad. Yes, precisely, as we found out earlier in our investigation. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir? Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it in a way that even you can understand. This is the thing made from wit crystal oil that Ambassador Polano was mistaken about. The ink?
Take that!
Bobbly's ink is made from wit crystal oil. Oh! So it should burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Bobbly's ink. Because we found the ink Mr. Cochin used on his desk, right? Yes, however, we know that Mr. Cochin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? Oh, God. My nose is getting stuffy. I believe what he made with that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames. Oh yeah, I'm beginning to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth. It would appear that I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. Made of Bobbly's ink. This is the source of the green flames. The... Two large flowers and bloom. The vines are supported by... no? Wait, I don't get it. Made of Bobbly's... Are these? Made of...
Take that!
What would consume that great of a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made and are circulating in Zhangfa. You're kidding! You're saying that it was Mr. Kochin who made the counterfeit bills? I am. I believe you could even go so far as to say that he stole Babal's printing press. Ambassador, Mr. Kochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Why, yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night, but never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Kochin and concealed his crime. For they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. Counterfeit bill data updated in my organizers. Bill circulating in Zhangfa, made by Kochin. They were all burned up in Babal. Cool. Also, next time it goes to, like, the green text of, like, location, that's probably where I'm going to end stream today. This grandfather clock. It was apparently in different position before the fire. According to the staff members, the clock was... according to the staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. What? You're still playing Dual Destinies? Oh, shit! I didn't change the thing. I forget that that's how that works. I forget to change it. I mean, we're close to the end here, but I'll still change it up. Completely forgot. Actually, you know what? At this point, it doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not gonna bother. Dual Destinies. It'll be fixed on YouTube, and that's where it's gonna be longer, so fuck it. Which means that most likely it was moved by someone during the fire. Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming. That's odd. It was still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged the internal mechanisms or something? Ambassador Polano, may we take a look inside that clock? Sure, go right on ahead. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the inside of this clock. Yes, sir, I'm on it! I don't think there's any chance that Polano did anything, because he's so, like... He is very agreeable to everything we're fucking doing. There's no way he's the guy. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir! It looks like a length of wire. So this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. Sorry, I had sent those before you said I'm probably gonna end the thing. It doesn't truly matter, but I should have caught it before you started. No, it doesn't matter. I like... It makes zero difference. Like, you're good. A good length of wire that was wound up inside Babal's grandfather clock. I mean, it makes no difference. And you're bad, TBH. You're not wrong, yeah. Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? It sounds like it wasn't Mr. Polano that put the wire in there. Well, yeah, I really don't think he did anything. Then perhaps it was Mr. Kochin's killer who did. Great. Knife! It looks like one of the Bobbly's knives was already missing before the fire began. So it would seem, especially since the other two knives' handles were burned away. The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon, and Babal's national treasure was stolen. Poor Babal, don't you think? I'm not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Babal's woes. Can we look at the ceiling fan? Okay, I guess not. A fireplace, huh? So Babal... I can't skip this, it's literally the exact same conversation. Okay, I found something in there that I'd rather not recall over again. I still can't believe it, blah, 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 blah. It's traumatizing, why don't we make a new memory? I don't want to go back. I don't want to. Stop it. That looks like a very comfortable chair.
Why does this keep happening? Why? Get me out of this dialogue I've already read. I can't skip it because it thinks it's new dialogue, but it actively fucking isn't. Window! God damn it! You investigated. You can see it from here. Desert Damascus, dude, die. You told me. You fucking. You know already. You already know. Okay. What about here? I checked that. Really? Oh, I can check things that aren't visual novel gamer when they're forced to read. It's not that I'm forced to read. It's forced to read stuff I already read. So by this time, the Prima statues had already been swapped, right? They must have been, as this one is covered in soot. Lousy timing. And just as the two countries were about to become friends again, too. It would have been better if I had stolen it for it to get caught up in that fire. Okay, I think I understand your sentiment. However, if you were to engage in theft, I can't look the other way, right? Boo-hoo. If you could please stop stealing my lines, I'd fucking appreciate it. Talk to you. No, I was trying to talk to you. Detective, you took part in the initial Babal investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. I also helped put out both fires, sir. But that first fire took me by surprise. I had a tough time escaping the 5th floor. First, I tried the elevator, but I guess someone else had the same idea because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp. Hold it. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in case of a fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Oh? Maybe someone wrote it in a fit of panic? Detective, did you see the Yatakarasu that came into the Babalese embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. Let's talk about this. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatakarasu was spotted in Alabast. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babal, which caused some panic. Hold it! So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatakarasu that entered Babal. Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive ID, you know? Still, it was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more. A person in a long coat? Sounds like the exact same person I saw. The Yatakarasu that appeared in Alabast was proven to be just a fabrication, a shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatakarasu that appeared in Babal is also suspect. You can't be serious! Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto, you! So the Yatakarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Cochin, then disappeared. Okay, so what you saw? By the way, Detective, why did you not chase after the Yatakarasu? I did! But, well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with, and I was lost for a while there. Hold it! No, you didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were to guard, Detective? I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir! But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kay's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering around the 3rd floor always, sir. When I heard the scream, I headed towards it right away. Oh, that's probably from when I found Mr. Cochin's body. Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got real worried and ran as fast as I could. And it was thanks to Gummy that Miss Sheena wasn't able to take me away. He covered for me until you got here, Mr. Etchworth. Oh, I see. So he can be useful once in a blue moon. Still, it's too bad Agent Sheena got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here. Well, it's just before I got to this room, I saw her coming out of the next room door. The room next door. Goddamn! Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatakarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. And during the second fire, I heard that she was busy chasing the Yatakarasu. A thought has occurred. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. You would do well to learn from her. Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? We've examined everything in this office, but there is one thing that bothers me. Perhaps I should ask Ambassador Paleno about it. Ambassador Paleno, there is something I'd like to ask you about. Yes? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. And for example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. Ah, that's right. You've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies actually used to be one. Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that. Everyone fucking says that. That's been like one of the main cruxes of this whole situation. Which is why the building is brilliantly symmetrical. But bilaterally, not brilliantly. Oh my god, I might have dyslexia. So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same. As my room is currently under renovation, we worked so hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja? Yes, that's right. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right? Yet another odd expression of Babal's obsessively competitive spirit with Alabast, I take it. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I needed to connect the dots. Connect what dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Cool. The world! Haven't done that in a fucking while, so we got connected fireplaces and Sheena's location. She was in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office up until she tried to... Bobbly's embassy is undergoing renovations from top to bottom. Would these connect? I don't know. All I know is that these are connecting. These are definitely fucking connecting. Let's get that clear. There we go. The Alabastian and Bobbly's sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be the fact, then this room's fireplace may also hide a secret passageway. A secret passageway? In Alabast, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall. A revolving wall? It sounds like something out of a ninja house. Wow, there was a trick like that built into a fireplace? I forgot about that. What? This embassy holds that kind of secret? There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Hedgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this. Agreed. And my first thought is that it's likely the killer used the revolving fire. No! Let me fucking continue! Fuck you! It looks like just another fireplace, though it does... It looks like another fireplace, though, doesn't it? So, how do you turn it again? In Alabast, I had to push where the X was on the far wall of the fireplace. Oh, I see an X back there, sir. Let's see what happens when I push it. Hold it, fuck off. Ah, you scared me, sir. There is something about the fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts. Huh? But we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right? We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from this scene. What does this contradiction mean for us? Well, rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking asshole and butt crack. The world! Can I connect these now, or should I wait? These definitely connect, right? What? Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of love. Really? Okay. Then I guess we... Wait, what's the issue? It'd be closer to here, right? I don't know, let's just investigate and see what's up. If we push this X mark, the fireplace wall should turn. A revolving fireplace wall. That's neat, sir. We should hurry up and hold. Stop. Again. Wait, detective. There is something we need to examine about this first. Besides which, there is also something I'd like to test. I'll tell you later, detective. For now, let's continue with the investigation. What do I deduce? Is this the issue? All I see inside this fireplace is starter wood. Huh? That's odd. It doesn't match up with what Mr. Paleno said earlier. What is the meaning of this contradiction? Deduce? I don't know, man. I have no fucking idea. What?
and there's nothing. These are my two options. What? Oh, it took me a fucking second. Ambassador Polano, you said that you burned some old files in this fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few files this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking? And why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry, I admit, I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find odd about it. Let's see. Huh? Where did all the ashes go? Oh, we're gonna spin it and... What's the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think that Ambassador Polano is lying, do you? No, there's no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe his testimony is wrong either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. Okay, I wonder if you might update the fireplace data for me. You got it! I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files and beep 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 boop. Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh? Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us. Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right? Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know. There is really no need for you to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. Be fucking awesome. Already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Oh. Ashes Ambassador Polano left have disappeared. If we follow where this piece of information led, we begin to see the truth. It's time for you to use a secret weapon, right? Yeah, go on, sir! Use your special skill! I'll ignore your strange phrasing for now and focus on the information we have. A little further, I can sense the truth lying on just the other side of this. Okay, then we just... The world! Missing ashes, revolving fireplaces. There we go. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. It's not because someone cleaned them up, right? No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Polano said that he spilled some Bobbly's ink while he was burning the files. And yet, there is not a trace of the spilled ink on the back wall anywhere. Well, then, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room. Which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used. Revolving fireplace wall, jotted down in my organizer. That's not logic, though. That's bad. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there? Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Cochin's killer. And after committing a murder, escaped through the fireplace. Okay, then there we go. That's a thought. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you figured out the killer's escape route. I have, but this is only the beginning. Now we have to chase the killer down. Simply by doing this and proving it, Sheena! It was also probably Callisto U! If the killer used the fireplace in this room to escape into the next, then it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the neighboring room. Well, the person who was in the room was... Oh, was that person, sir? Yes, Detective. Agent Sheena! Beep, 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 beep. Investigation complete, pussy! It's looking more and more like Miss Sheena is the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Cochin. I don't have any proof yet. However, I know she is hiding something from us. Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Sheena herself? Hold it! No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, is it my turn to do something, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. I have a two-part special assignment for you. First, I need you to run a handwriting analysis on Damask 2's note. Okay, I'll get the lab boys on it right away. The second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall.
Right now, sir?
No, next decade. Of course now! We need to test our hypothesis first, don't we? I'm taking a screenshot of that, and I'm gonna do the stupid circle, and I'm gonna put decayed there, because it's funny.
Go on, Gummy, you can do it!
Alright, I'm gonna do this like a real man. Here I go, through the fireplace and back. You shouldn't need to psych yourself up that much for such a simple task, Detective.
Wow! The wall inside the fireplace really did turn! That's so neat! Now I want to try and go through there too! There really is a secret passageway through there! I had no idea!
It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Bobbly's ink you spilled, Ambassador, is now on the back wall. Okay, here I go, sir! Hold it! And Detective, I'd like you to go through under the same conditions as the killer. Huh? But there's all that ash and stuff. And your point is, now we're short on time, so if you could please hurry on through.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right? No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve, such as the Otagarasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, the 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Miss Yu stole 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing regarding how Miss Yu is related to the embassies. Mr. Edgeworth? A number of pieces connect in a very complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted. What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said it's easy if we follow the leads. Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay? Oh, did she do an impression? Hold on. I got this. What are you saying, Mr. Edgeworth? I thought you were the one who said, it's easy if you follow the leads. Was that supposed to be an impression of me, Kay?
If it's info gathering you need, Gummy and I can help with that. Then all you have to do is show off your fancy schmancy logical deductions.
Show off? Doesn't seem like I'm being boastful when I do that.
Let's not overcomplicate matters, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? We've been so focused like a laser on only what seems strange and out of place. It's no wonder nothing's clicked and we haven't unlocked anything yet. But if we think things through calmly, the answer should come to us.
Okay.
That's the sort of thing I say to myself when I'm practicing how to unlock padlocks, you know?
That is something that I hope practice doesn't make perfect for your sake.
Yay! Looks like you're back to your straight-laced self again. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back, sir!
Yes, I can see that. Good work, Detective.
Looks like you can use the fireplace like a door, sir. Are you alright, Gummy? I'm okay. Just a bit of action dust, that's all.
Your jacket has gotten quite filthy. I see the hem was practically turned black.
Yeah, well, quite a bit of unburned ink got on it, sir.
I see. Thank you, Detective. You did a fine job. I'll even pay the cleaning bill for the trench coat.
What? Oh, no, sir, I could never. This is just my old coat, sir. If it was a coat I actually cared about, then I'd get it cleaned, but, you know?
I see. Very well then, as you wish. So because Gummy was able to climb through the fireplace, we know it can be used, right? Yes, but that's not all we learned. I really struggled with that K line for some reason. Yes, but that's not all we learned. We actually learned one other important fact.
And that is?
I'll have to explain it to you later. Right now, we need to deal with the handwriting analysis. Detective Go?
Yes, sir! I'll be back before you know it! Whee!
The handwriting analysis on Mr. Cochin's handwriting will take a bit of time. Let's go and wait at the Theatrum Neutralis, along with Agent Lang and Agent Sheena.
To be continued. Damn, that's better than a fucking green text thing. That's a perfect place to end this episode. No, sorry, I don't want to. No, sorry, you misunderstand. I don't want to see. Back to title. Actually, no, don't save, because I've already saved. Okay. So, we're getting somewhere. Oh, I have Twitch open. That might have made everything lag more. I apologize if it did. But, we're here now.
What was I gonna say? Okay. Yeah. So we're getting somewhere now with the chapter. I mean, we've been getting somewhere, but it's like it's the last chapter of the first game, so it's going to be exceedingly long. That's just kind of how these work. And honestly, good. I like it. I like when the cases are longer. It gives it more time to be detailed, you know? But regardless, let me do my YouTube outro and then I'm going to end stream because I've been going for a while. What did you send me, Ethan? Did it? I'll ask you later. It doesn't matter. Okay. There might be some audio doubling in this stream. I don't know. But anyways, video on the top right is the last time I played this. In case you want to know how we got to where we got. Video on the bottom right is something YouTube picked out based on your likes, and it's something I did. So you're gonna like it. I promise. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Thing by me, that's the subscribe button. If you click that, it shows that you like what I do, and you want to see more of what I do, which makes me feel good. So I'd really appreciate that. And all right, bye.